ama na watwa san betu ye bio bebi a obia no ya da wasese odo afide na to ya na wotena fi cyber akopem se ebabodu baako eye 11 am hye no so se na atade a mehye obebi sasa dan awa unim dada enra ye ma ye nuanom ma Black Queen se ko hye anuonyam o Morocco o mo ne South Africa na ye to so miensa ade cap no na kese yeje o na kese yeje because wo hwe bola ye boy ye ne Morocco boy na kese ye show mo nanka nzo Ghana no ye de mathematics na ewurawura mu saa so ye dan ya ye nya bodin kuruwa kakra a ye de ba fi ntia no pay congratulations to Black Queen se o ma hye anuonyam na enedai yesu bitumi akase ba Africa Ghana ema bobo ne kona ni papa Black Stars no sunsun bibi fanfiri mu ai sanse ehu hia ye pancha no pay ye momoni adwuma omo konom de this way koy ntro munya hode ye adwuma nti so no bia no pay de betumi aboa pa omo san de special ice and special drink special cola yi ewi omo dwojo omo ho no ene no omo nom ena fe ni fufu ni tabe kwanso de jajajaja de anwumra no mabo no mada ade be chi no na hode wo ho pa ene boa mo tumi ekodi nkunim ehye o manga na nunya musa nti bebia obi anu so besrewa so betumi enya bi na ebeboa ena no pay ye hie ye the critical issue na ebro na ye bedin komo bi ansa na bedwafo tena se ama ye bobo nsama hodo a ebedi ehun nkomo no ho na nne ensema ebeka ho asem no se abedwafo tena se a de ekoso kuma ase no aso ase ehun dia ekoso o meti fido mantam ehun sanse yesi nurse ni bi kura okwakoye okọ fi kumase ekọ akwakoye interview na kwan mu baabi etu kpokpokpo wawu de si ohin bi ku no aso ase ene obi so nura wi akete ono so eboni tu wo aso ase kame ese niam bi enhye dan koye nti ebedi hu komo bambo hu nsem ena fa wuni masem bi aba auditor general e the report about bonte na energy sector ho no nsem ono nyasem keto akra millions of Ghana cedis ayira ekohin efahin enye one person enye 2 cedis bi sika bumpa sa sika no ena bebi ehye bi na ese yehu yeji sika ebraso se dia amanfo bi di potwa ene nebre edi o mana wu no ese tumi hwe na oboso ye twe o maso ese so mo ya manboefo ye bedi hu nkomo pa enti na no na fa no achi nso no wa wani tua budget ya o mensa na hene de ho nsem bae no eno so ye bedi hu nkomo now fortunately for us no ene ye minister of finance we fi ha honorable Atoforsen nti ene ebedi nkomo afa budget na o de bae ne nsema wodo bi ankrofo bisa wa akire no na ya hwesa no ye ben no de ba mayen honorable Akwaba
ye nua
bibia woko
boko wa say
adom ye hu wache
thank you
obi ka say bi say some minister you say obi finance minister bia no aya onyini ntam isa say ese so calculate niema enye hanko we no the account no you we no the account no te bia na pressure won so na so de ohu animu a said ya oti ohu wo de dada be ya MP wo san ya finance minister say wonim tie san netie
but that's Oyankopani Oyankopani
hey eni Yakopon nso ye mbisa
thank you
anyway anopede wase no wo mbre papa yem so mre so na so
thank you
why say woni ebedi nkomo na Ghana fo hu de wo de tudwa na wotwi ya mu yi busum nso ni amoba ba mu na mobile no mesi kasam te sei yenim se na mo chesese dan kose de se ekọ ti mobile ma yensakra bi ni na makoto bi busum nso ni si yesi bu ho akonta kakra fa kire yen a ye Ghana fo na asem na be kan da fa economy no
eja
yes sir
what the can me chia Ghana fo
rom josu
me chia me constituents o ye adwuma ko enya ne CM fo na kakra me peda me kan de ya me na domara kwa baby a ye fi na baby ye bodu o ma hen enyi daso o ma hen hope to the extent to the hina yin the baby a Ghana rokono o nyame na adoma obeye abenta mo kadam time President Mahama Ghana fo ya da Roma obeye Ghana mampanyin ye ba benemen ena nzama no kwarum onkoye ena hoche wa dos wo manemu sebe nyama no bu baby no on nam yen cedi na hoden wa kofom me care those days na president Kufuor or cancel because cedi na ya hata ena onu na chiri no ehuna wodi won sika akoto bank wada akoto aban bonds what's one more bibi of friend haircut sika sam onkodo ahochel na doso dodo but lo and behold President Mahama Baba ya Ghana mampenyin yi nimpanyimfo ya start adwuma nkakra bosumesia ne nechi in less than 200 days. In fact, you can 200 days for that. You in Sakra a start Oroba. Min to in Janham and Kade Bibiara ye. And Bobdama can you there? Baby a Ghana rokon here na ya wo akomatoyem de Nyameya Doma in Zamabutuma Sama hen. Abentra Macadam. Ghana cedi in Bribi Bessinia, na yet 17 cedis to $1. And the menu come once a me. El Cornell Quacoto cedi Benyan 10.4. In Bribi Bayer in a British pound sterling. So Quacoto pound cra £1, Benyan 21. And the Yamana Domara, the Quabank de Quacoto pound, Benyan 14. The means I may be any no one here bebre or money bearum. Or Sunday, a hona woods gua for cofanzama wadaba. Say, young Ghana sidin now holds an okofuma. One tomb or coffer bar or either one boroso or cosor into a man's amanso noble cosor. And then Sanchin ye also acquire as a coffer at the bottom. Say, currency no holds no. Sir okofoma anhwene ye bokọ bio na baba na wusikatene na de fa nzama no so wahyew nti nzama order fa ne before no ntum fa ne bio eja the mazin kakra da ma o man nzama no bo baye dzen wo manemu sisi amyo kasei President Mahama na bredo dem sikaya sidi na no ho na ho de na akofom sidi we peja mana ho de no abaso dem sasunti wa manzama so a na no boye den bebre no wa sanso orebafom muni anom okodu baby no na inflation oni nyama na no bo okoso no ansa na President Mahama ba abanim ne yenam 23.8 sisi amnyo kase ye 13.7 nyame ya adoma obokofom bio na mo enyusome de oye budget na because ready on behalf of the president. That you can the Yame Yadoma or ye inflation about form to 11.9%. I believe that watch the fourth quarter inflation will do baby yen target na yes setting. Na Yame Yadoma about to Poakosengo de Getame. On the nature because of the measurement, Kanina Boma, Omasi Kana Equa Bank and Equa lending rate now. Was started or before. Okay. But when you sum there, into my film no in a lending rating, waba by 20%. She said that saying I think it's currently about 20. It moved from I think it's about 27%. 27. We took over at the time we took over the reference rate was 30.3. Now it has come to 27%, and we believe that nyame ya adom na nzama yero to 2 year na yetum do 2 year into December no. And we to about 20%. See, eti said ya wo twamfo ni kira ye na say anida so bi wo yanim say said ya nyama ekuna kwa ne saa yam nyama be sesam ye ho atumi ahenhan ye ya hwe media nsama wo kan ye nyine beba mu ansa ye beba mu later media budget review de ba ye no nyama hodo ben ne wo mu a wo gidi se esese Ghanafo e de wo madwene koso I betumi aboa ama all the sectors no obi abetumi anya aresim bi se dia waka ne generalize say nyama betumi akoyie no all the sectors ne behu say aha we kwa hanti betumi aye we say aha we kwa aha we kwa betumi summarize na my kakaka okay eja odikan peda makade hwamane ayetimi from the time President Mahama will take your office up till now. This about education sector. And kind of better in the free secondary education or friend free CHC. Then the words banning ye in the ones once it can call the chance while your press release. And better in the one a feeding no won't young crow for big cow, it's banning ye them and the etida massam viewer. Dabi. Better in the capitation grant Sikanon co, and then the better in the Bibin Kodo education sector. Lucky enough, onam sika yetra atu honti wam education sector no asomdwe a ofre na asomdwe waba sector no. Ye wonyi somede nzama yeda tutu ye yina no obama sector no wakodo wejina ne nando na yen school mo frama woko school a wonye dzibane ndi na wetum wonye dzibane papa wedi na free SHS nso wetum ya hyemekana mo wetum wejina forever. Meka de answer na yeba boto aban yenu anu MPP fu ne bi na wona nam oh President Mahama obeye Ghana mampanyin obotwam ne President Mahama ka kire honde onyame na adom na obeye Ghana mampanyin na ontwam manu obeye ne yei menyo ka sei Ghana fu na wo hu the free secondary education na Ghana fu yin na yede yen wura hye no waye President Mahama waye ne yei amahen iyo no fi ho a ye obibi a friend national health insurance. Okay, I better there hospitals and also one claim no on back one sikoy the one saka wotum wode mohon health insurance for tua honka won tua honka into because of them zaman nanya man kodo menyo ka say aba asem no we sisi President Mahama na brodo we tua claims e ma sumdwe aba ho ma health insurance fi wogina wonando e ma adoy the way essential medicine wode ko hospitals no kaka wina they have enough money to pay for it. Intiminyo kase in Zamara Sesa, Papa, or health insurance. You know, if you are in Canada, or district assembly common fund. This assembly common fund, a constitution is shared there. Sikibia or baby, yam for 5% minimum, yam fund to her. They yam fund come assemblies, not assemblies, and one to me for Yeduma. President Kufu had an abroad. You won't see what this assembly common fund. Assemblies in the Sikanonko. What is the kind of ban or that Nankana? No, watch is the kind of one craha, no foam food when you see can be busy. Yet the ones who were the Koyeduma or the Osafata. President Mahama Bay, the Mizamani we trado. Sisia, this assemblies in one Sikano, Oboko, this assembly common fund. President Mahama then say be about 80% of that amount occur directly to the district assemblies. Into assemblies, na come once MCCA. When you sika 80% of the sika or this assemblies in Ghana, no, this assembly common fund or transfer 80% directly to the assemblies. Nti minyo kasi the assemblies will be liquid minyo kasi bebrimpo wa start to receive one sika they will receive what the yeduma or safata or district assembly level to spare the friend in the local economy. Iyo no fi ho a abanya a budget here media review here to parliament e President Mahama can be there or that be about find a big push the big push you know or the better infrastructure over the next 4 to 5 years. Many wakasi. President Mahama na Roma budget na year no. You the 13.8 billion cedis you the shame. That fee you start big pushing. President Mahama what pek oye roads bebre. Oman the minister for roads mini Kwame Abuja. Wa kwa Ghana ha we chima oman no mu bebiara the way choose roads are or the main roads asebe wasai wo mani wo ma ye twedem sika na to hode be tackle all these roads in the odoso me kada mbobo a me nye twede mo wie ne nde ano ye yo no wie no na ye hu de ye wo roads bi nso wo ho a under the previous administration MPP at Roma MPP abuild no what started roads in one no hu sika nyi ho into roads in bebre wa abandon ho ibina owo kaso akwanedu ibi na owo friend and Pokwase amasama nkwanendwe na Pokwase amasama kwan no sekeya wakoji sika fee bank bi friend Afri Exim Bank 750 million onno yikumase Swame interchange sisi amyo kase wodi sika de wode ba be kwan no wenwie sika no wasa
yes kanom koje so mdwe ya
700 yes
ene Swame
yes
skanasa
kwan no so se de abotiske bia ho kwan no so de manot nti wa ba ye adza o de President Mahama na ban yɛfa ho kwan yɛtum yɛyɛ adwuma no dɛ bɛsi no sɛ fata nti menye wɔka sɛ yɛtum yɛapɛ yɛde dɛm roads akɛsi nyɛ na nkote nyɛ bie ne nkote I think we picked about 11 roads or 14 roads ɔyɛ major in fact critical roads abane ohia banda da ono start ya onyi sika da hɔ ayibutumi ayɛ wa kani na oda aba bɛka ɔyɛ big push no President Mahama Ekaya time ɔlɛ campaign ɔsɛn oba na so bɛga na mampanyina sɛ project bi wɔ hɔ a abanda da ono start ya mfaso wɔ ho na mbom wentum enwia ɔbɛfa na wayɛ sadagane wafa ni na 11 of those 14 of those projects yɛda aka big push no ho ondo ekyil bebree but yafa yɛda aka ho ya package ya innovate contracting to be a big push contract the main come has 13.8 billion cedis afi you best start the twetwa kwana osefata bebree ni anom me pedama kade ansa na President Mahama or baby no na binom akọ abobotwa your friend then teacher training allowance nursing training allowance obotwam binyo kasei January, February, March, April, May, June. Yetua teacher and nursing training college allowances in. Yentua na continue. Yewi next beginning of this month. Them allowances now 1 second. Obenyan every single month. Busumbia also pay once abaka sika osafata. No once we tum da ye. We tum wait what na school no we suanze no we tum da baboboa. Inti samobon tofa. Budget ya ye de bay. Oye nyimpa no ho eduma budget yenyim Ghana sebe nzama onkodo yei na yepede ye yei mo mane no hoton nanse makakra yi na people for nam sidi na wejina no nam de offended President Mahama na ne ba to force ne finance minister to force wontua
yes
wontua
the government is not spending
on spend na make a trend there maybe wonyim nti me take me time na me decided that me chira honde no kware me spend sika mbobo bi nchiro
okay
ye ba abanim na abani ozakaw euro bonds or the yetua $700 million yetua kaw oni na chiri no ye wo $10 billion a oden ka yetua ma ehwo na wokoto bonds na ekufuado na brodo omohon haircut na kai a ontumi ntua kaw no 10 billion cedis yetua nyena nkutio district assembly common fund yamohon sika 2.9 billion cedis the one from come assemblies na assemblies no mfanye adwuma ye yo no fi ho a ye twesika yamma senate social security and national insurance trust fund senate 2.7 billion cedis menyo kase owo senate ho oya ame na wo yem pensioner se ye edwuma ne se wote senator aban wote wa on physical ma senator yaage ye tua kaw ye wie no nso ya ma ministry of energy na other energy sectors no sika 9.1 billion cedis we tum waboa ma ye ni nkanye we gina do e wo de nkanye na wo gina do na say ye wie ya pesika 5 billion Ghana cedis yadama yedetua contractors bia or the yetua honka 5 billion cedis
road contractors
some road contractors even they validate nina some of them are validate we no yetua bi 5 billion cedis new road contractors across the country only nature no yama get fund Ghana Education Trust Fund nkotin 4.6 billion Ghana cedis ya sanso yama 1 billion Ghana cedis yada aboa free secondary education also wetu mu akodo yama 4.6 billion Ghana cedis ama the national health insurance scheme sika da mo in the one fanye adwuma dem 4.6 yede mo honi health insurance for no we use no 1.4 billion Ghana cedis with the etua claims oye service providers for hospitals na or the wetu hon kawo no eja mambo bi kaka nchero ya sanso ya mesika 252 million Ghana cedis more that vaccines them from work hospital we were on vaccines bi we on essential medicine bi na adifit mo from him would be na wa short wo kroma ekaya President Mahama na brodo ya mo sika mo akoto bi bebrea botum wetu ahonkaw nyena nkutin ya sanso ya ma 72.8 million Ghana cedis the wo funtua capitation grant na teacher for na watching mo from aden wetum schools no wenye sika osefata wetum da aboa eja ekeya ye won hyehyɛ bi a oye eyi ekɔ rural Ghana sebe yamma mefo papa mpanyimfo na ade obi be fen leap livelihood empowerment yes against poverty dem sika afi ye be ye bebuem yamma sika 477 million Ghana cedis ye da ma hon the leap was chema yan ma mefo yan papa fo mpanyimfo mrewa na communities bi wo ho a ebokwa na ibinum wo ho a na sebe wasitinem onye yetum yama 477 million the one from boa on the nature school fee de non koten yetu sika 895 million Ghana cedis school feeding we onye free SHS de ne bio e school feeding no what different primary schools in kwala school 895 million you can call it 900 million Ghana cedis ye wie wo ye ngina ho ekaya dansem kakabeta nda se wo kwa kwachoro BEC ya na nkofo ba wase BEC registration fees kura wontuai nti waye kesende school adesua no kura onkodo na nse etibiwa President Mahama wetua 122.8 million Ghana cedis odama BEC fund onye na nkoten ye obi be friend no fee stress school for mo fama na wankasa wokotua won sika we awofo wotua sika mo ko second universities first year no President Mahama ware found won sika mo because of promise the oba first year education be free one more 300 million Ghana cedis 300 million Ghana cedis yetumi achicha mo iyo no fi ho a nursing training allowances ya yetua first 6 months 462.6 million Ghana cedis teacher training allowances yetua 191.7 million Ghana cedis dan say sanso to the assembly members so President Mahama promised the obama hon allowances assembly members are oye first a quarter zeko 25 million yetua 21 million Ghana cedis edama the national apprenticeship program aya baba start apprenticeship program make wakaka won ho de baba start 34.5 million Ghana cedis edama edwumawura program ono so yegodo ye ne kakra manyo kasei ende da meka say meka asem na nsem etete den odu baby kura na NIB workers na wana wode won sika to NIB no wonyem hyehye won ekaya waso NIB obogun NIB obeye dem NIB no hote dem President John Mahama na brodo ye de sika 2 billion Ghana cedis ye da kwhye NIB National Investment Bank ma NIB ojirane nando MPP abildo na NIB no ho nyedze hianze NDC fu ya asema ye pede ye kan de se ye bobokaw na ye de save bank a ye pe ye mbokaw na ye mfongu obi de bank rather ye bobokaw de ye save bank so the bank in Ghana ye banka dem adza ye tum ya abobode na ya aboama workers in kokro 900 oye NIB staff across the country ya preserve with money depositors fund oye 6.4 billion our wusika ho ya preserve ni nam ho na ye tum ya kire de NIB ojira ne nando nteja se pede ko boy bank account ko NIB yame ya adoma baby a ojina ho yi adza ye ne ye tum ya aboama NIB ojira ne nando minianom pede makade nsɛm na wɔkeka ebinom ko na abandon spend but you see the difference in there MPP abana or President Akufo-Addo na ban ono be prefer the obe spend akesesam ehia so ye prefer the be spend na Ghana for one asitinem asesa into them perception or what else abandon spending the government is spending a fee starty ebedu bebe yedui sika nkotin ya spent from the consolidated fund or your 114.5 billion Ghana cedis sika abana spending 114.5 billion Ghana cedis interest if you spent in excess of 84.2 billion Ghana cedis non-interest na the fund will be wabobosa an origin interest but sika ya pump non-interest expenditure directly into the economy 84.2 billion Ghana cedis. Nampedem bisa de. Na wakada yen spender abad na wapede. Wapede ye kobobusa sika ni nyukura na bobusa gum na spending anyhow. Wonyi me de ebanama it will catch up on you ada. Eja sisi amenyo kase. Se waketua ye 1 million bosomko. Na se nyame ya adoma na se spend 2 million the remaining 1 million or chada ko bobusa bia. Bobusa or they planning to pay anaboboa. some plan to pay, time will come and share the year into Mintia no watch. I think they want us the Yabobo say Gumudama. President Mahama also are prudent. Rather no, so Bobosa or the best shadza than Chibi, the Hubabam Faso, Amaganim. Intimini on the Pedamakade, or Mampeni Mahama Namembuno Rubun, Oyefo, or Denzama to 2 year or Safata. Pedamakas and Bitro. Eja, President Mahama Nabro de Yabeno. Ena oil revenue na ofi ofrene den Ghana fangwa ye yetu. Sikani na ba budget no mu a ena wa chichane MPP abedo na wa chene keten wodi bi kura to air ticket na wodi to kwan wodi bi yedem wodi bi to nyama pen na no keka ho o se no oil sikan danchi obesa nti me pede me de ye japade bi ma Ghana fo na Ghana fo danchi bi wotuma ka ho asem. The first time yede oil se kana ye japade kese ma no ho abamfaso amahen enye John Evans Atamils na brodo time John Mahama oil vice president and ye bombarding ye see oil friend and Atuabo gas processing factory mande yetumi ye iron gas and on keka on if you want aban that down no kwenu se kana chem nketenkete President Mahama said them oil se kana na wa ka aboano rather no or the beye major highway wo kroma or the beye development or sefata into ye investment in the young roads in Africa. Many can say, ya pay feasibility studies record the way contractors way design. Me sure then to our managed budget and so you are ready. Ya pay ye Accra Kumasi expressway. My fitiaro Kumasa. Ya me ya doma at the minimum achara 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Ibutuma Kumasi. Could do. Narokwa bumpo abutuma yen return journey expressway. It's long overdue. Long overdue. It is about time Ghana butuma link them 2 major CCTC together. So we in the NDC are committed that particular project yebeye. Yebe bi ono. Da yebo hu bi onye de. Bibi today oye royalties. Oye mines so wotu gold na wotu ya royalties bi ma ban. Them royalties no do budget no mo. MPP abrodo wako dem sika waso wako fa bibi ofen Ejapa royalties na wofa dem sika ni na wo ko ekoma Ejapa na wo create baby a wofen mineral income and investment fund ena sika no wodebo football by heart. John Mahama send the man on fa na nyuado rather we've gone for that money ye da babeka ho ye dre development wo money mu ye tum o money we tum akwanenyu. So these are some of the things that we've put in place and I believe they are yielding positive results. We've already seen the economic growth wa manumudo. Non-oil GDP growth, we saw a growth of 6.8%. The last time non-oil GDP growth to 6.8% was 2018. Since 2018, yehu bida. Yamena domara omanen bibia chrede economy or point into the right direction. I have always said that I would be very wrong to say that everything is okay. Everything is not okay. Rather, in Zama started ye, anya me ya duma bibia butuma koye amahen. Nti ye bompay ye ye ho adwuma nso. Ye nyi dadze hunye de nto ha ma December nso de. I can boldly say there. Now Ghana ahohehia ye komin ye refim na 2026 record. We can start pursuing investment.
Ebinum ka say within 7 months 6 months the magic bana mutumi ye enti a wo kire say o mani se kasama sesa ebinum ka ne say artificial enti no wo ka de hirere be wi ase no it to catch up with you especially dollar no said the number be asese aba fam no artificial. Ebinum so ka say abanda da no foundation laid to ho no eno na momugina so edege fancy sanse mienu ya no ye be na de ma.
Okay, first of all mepeda makade maybe a finance minister in January, I think 24th or so, when I became the Minister of Finance. Within a month, and I yabo more than yabua ama or year treasury bill rate wabafo. And me took office and it was going like that. So within a month, we were able to turn it around. You know, I'm MPP for ya. That one more kind. Oh, artificial. I want man bosumo krope. onye ye oh obeto asande church that carol for koko the year obeto asande ne chesisia. How many months? February, March, April, May, June, July. In fact, it has even improved. It has even improved. And they said the same thing. Since Weja Wansamaka. See, the started, I appreciate also you 1 week after the following week, or bet too free. What are we saying? The city is still stable. The city is still stable. Whatever you are seeing, Adibiara, Ihubia, de Olisiwa by the moon. Oyen shishe papa President Mahama Naban ND Saban yatna si yatishe yada atutu ye ni yehu de ye dema di besumesi. So it is not there sebe ofi baby no reba. Oyen shishe ya yatna si ya dwene ho ye nyime de nyame ya adoma baby ye den zama ototo no obotum wakoye yaman. Munia inflation obakodo wa abafom. Sidi na ho de no begina do. Oyen nyame na adoma. Treasury bill rate, lending rate obabafom. I can see a trajectory of woman. I can see economic growth doing well. I can see a Ghana. I mean, our Branton and Ketesia, what pay Jumaye, 1 year Jumaye, but many Jumaye. But let me say, Ja. Binum said what kind of MPP for one foundation I will see. So our foundation, Papa B, what them Ghana. I've been to the foundation 8 years. One build the foundation, I'm one Casa went to one Ghana for the Botumia. Nanka went to man yet till NDC yaba beniman sani botum besise. If they can do it, if they say it is artificial, I've been to once 1 year artificial nibi. They were in office for 8 years. If it is that simple that they could do, no bitum wa boa masidi na hodze no wa befom ne so artificial. Abedin tin once went to man yebi. Abedin tin or your foundation and went to man ye. This is the government MPP abana what the Ghana or mine Ghana what driving him into the ditch. It be a big car if you must ho in Kawama Kwana and Kamotuma train but Martina home for 8 years mean 2 man train but will be able to I'm in the imagination of church and on fund them. If you could do it, why didn't you do it? That be better Ghana for your in there. We sat back as a political party. We saw MPP for one mistakes. We cautioned them. We advised them against it. There, that worry ye no ye wunjai. No way the ma obobu Ghana. They did not listen to us. Na Ghana forward opportunity man. But because we saw what they were doing, because we knew that ye catch when the one year them no way the man zama butuma sana 120 when we came to office, we were able to implement it. In Zama ye catch one day 1 year no kawaye ya in Kagani in kudu baby we could do. Sebe Ghana amano ye na yendia. Newton heja. Me banese mama futu bia. Onfa ho sebe pawasemo me pawasemo. It is your contribution for our country. I should listen to you. Nessa mo kwana se mu de asema eja kan yo ya asem papa. Mama nko gina baby kra me nkade enye de we mfimi nchani nti. Me mfa nye adwuma adweno yin pakroti ne tirim. So I'm here. You are interviewing me. But sir can be trem na say in the course of the process adibi ba mo kwa fia odem dwomo da the man sama papa ken maybe me dey adwuma be ye. Without even attributing it to Eja, you can do the job. Na krona ye amahen. 8 years they couldn't do it. 8 years they couldn't do it. Aberdeen and the worker you know you want one foundation. Why didn't they do it? Aberdeen and worker artificial. If it's artificial and that's simple, they could have done it. Aberdeen went to my yaman. Odi baby no. And our money what them kronye ye. Ghana free na one homa pa. And what you now doso. And if they had the magic, Aberdeen to 1 year. So I'm saying that the right thing to do in your day, Ubiaba, Nesoria, let's give the credit to President Mahama. I can tell you for a fact that whatever we are doing, yet to me because President Mahama himself is the one anchoring this progress. And without him, we couldn't have been able to achieve what we are achieving today. And only no one anchor, only no one church and Kakanka, or the leadership that let's go this way so that the people of Ghana can have the relief I promise one day.
Obi bakasa mo sheba who will be na ebi ni say Women Development Bank say mo ma ya ma me no sika e dey adwuma Ebinum kyerɛ sɛ nya de o mahye da te ho nsɛm bi esan sɛ sikadwetire a yehia ya ti bi da hyɛ sa bank no kra no de amode baaye no ɛyɛ peanut bi nya de a esusu company kra betumi ate ebinum so ka sɛ 24-hour economy no ne yɛ bibi a mo kan ho asɛm kan no bɛpem na nya de a mo chibi di sikabotire bi atɔ sɛ sika sei na emu du betumi aka sɛ betumi 24-hour economy nti obi a hwɛ kwan sɛ da ben na sa 24-hour economy no ebeba na sha se adwuma ebi ehwe se da ben na sa women development bank no beba da 24 man na tumi nya so fa so mo che se mo ya ye mo se monkan mo ye settings
thank you new terms of abay
mo ye settings
okay Ejal, first of all mpeda makade abani bay busuma esia na fa 6 months wato abama hende yembamba emboa for 4 years. Guy 6 months. Afikrumpo yentray. In the 6 months, first and first, Ghana for one and when here wokum. In Zaman or say governance are what to akonechu, ya restore. The next 6 months will be more. Sebe answer na beto banken. Or there etenase na plan business plan in Zaman there ye the strategy bibia to answer na to bank. As we speak, we are working on that. The Women's Development Bank is on course. It's on course. I'm a catch me use way free. Na Ghana for said as a Minister of Finance. And as a Minister of Finance, I'm aware the NDC government promised the Yebeye Women's Development Bank. I have allocated 51 million cedis. The one finance set up. 51 million cedis for the setup of the bank. That is not the capital of the bank. After what set up a bank in a way, then you allocate the needed stated capital. I've given NIB 2 billion, isn't it? Did we promise the NIB 2 billion? Yeah, promised the NIB 2 billion. But when I became the minister, the NIB all collapsing. The save NIB long ago. I can't sit down for NIB to collapse. I can't sit down for NIB to collapse. I have to make sure I save NIB. I mean, the 2 billion cedis Hashem. Yes, save depositors 6.4 billion. Ya bua manyimpa 900 and kauboto honachen when you do mawaye. The next is the Women's Development Bank. We will set up a strong bank and we will fund the bank. Yabama banken we jina nenando. Si ye form a Women's Development Bank and we tum wa bua membesi afuna wenye sika wodi dzigwan wenye sika wodi dzigwa. Sisi amanyo kase NIB is strong. It's one of the strongest banks in this country. One of the strongest banks you can have in this country. It's primed for business. It's ready to assist. It's very liquid. We'll do same for our Women's Development Bank. And I want to tell you for a fact that as a Minister of Finance, I will lead that progress. Now, Women's Development Bank in Nando. So that will happen. Then a Krubiso, or the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
On Cherry, President Mahama offered essential for stakeholders or launched the what do you call it? The 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program. In the budget, I made an announcement. And we were telling Ghanaians there, he's not saying that Okutrisika Kesibida to budget anymore for 24 hours. I say he's going to give incentives to the private sector so that private sector will lead in this 24-hour economy. And we said that the anchor of the 24-hour economy is the Volta Corridor Economic Enclave. I've also promised that in the 2026 budget, we are going to announce a menu of incentives, fiscal incentives, a menu of fiscal incentives to businesses for them to be able to develop the 24-hour enclave. In Tibepeda Makade, whatever we've said, whatever we've planned, we have 4 years to deliver. You cannot achieve all your manifesto promises in one day. No. And that is why in our manifesto we said that Yawanzama yede 120 days ibeye. Yawanzama yede 200 days ibeye. So gradually, some will be done in the first 6 months. Some will be done by the 1 year. Some will be done by 2 years. Some will be done by 3 years. So by the 4th year, Ghanaians have an idea whether we were able to asema ye catch the Ghana phone yetumi ya na de yentumi ye.
And na me tie unia sticker one of our sister stations. Na no ka say me say e be dey say Sectoral for our economy no mo betumi aye. The nti oka sa ne say say etumi nia industries a woman na betumi afa adwumayefo bebre na as we speak ni shede ni industry bi ho betumi aka so afa adwumayefo be 2000 a woman aye adwuma no. Nti na de ankase sa mo ye ne say say mo hwe ema industries no sorry gina na amanfo ehya se wo mo fa nipa bebre ansa na madwe no mpo se mo be sa 24-hour economy no.
So
one ne adwene
so first of all before industries will be ginan or the macro economy ni ginan nanda companies work a bank will lend about 40%. Obeden we gina and MPP wakwa jebosa be 40% na banks no wo jefu wanchen omana VAT wa distorting sikasama e basa wa manimu currency ngina ne nando better na industries we gina under the MPP. So what we have done, the first 6 months, the macro stability, we are bringing it back. In fact, we brought macro stability. By the end of December, we will cement the macro stability. That will be the basis for businesses who be Wanando, then for 24 hours to take over. And see, I think probably my brother sticker or indict no. Because Daya can once me there. Abadinti ena or friend then industries in no want to minjina for a reason. Have you found out from the industries why they were struggling? They were struggling for a reason. It is not always about government money, but often or your government policies rather. Policies in rather no about companies waging wanando. It's not always about give me free money. No, you can give them so much money, but say economy no onye enabling environment and create enabling environment na businesses in wonjina. It's a money bi obugu. That's what it is. And the enabling environment is what President Mahama is creating. It's what the NDC is creating. It's what we are creating. Our economic policies are creating, and these businesses will certainly survive. I'll give you another example. We live in a country where you allow smuggling to persist. When you can see, there are companies, oil companies, edible oil, where you fry ton and zami, or whatever PD, about 4 or 5 companies, they are there. And these companies will produce oil, will supply into the Ghanaian economy. You allow smuggling over the years from Togo and from other parts of the country to collapse these businesses. To collapse them because what you're smuggling won't your tax when you're so one's money cheaper than that of our those that are produced in Ghana. Into this smuggling, we collapse companies. In these companies, in import the wafer businesses or do tax or do what you are buying and want to into yet those smuggling activities will collapse the companies in now. It doesn't matter how much money you give to these companies. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't stop the smuggling, these companies will collapse. This is the kind of environment I'm talking about. This is the kind of environment I'm talking about. And I believe that under the NDC, the Damzame na the bottom 2 years, Zamo de 2 years, but 2 years, my businesses in Wajina, so that we can encourage them to operate 24 hours. Also for ourselves and also for export. And that is why we are saying that the 24-hour economy program, now we are saying the full name is 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program. So it is they produce for local economy and also be able to export it out.
On a bobo to me actually be kakra for good board on. We say I can say good board in some seminal. Abanda da no for ka say wo mo hye pa o mo ye e de to ho no. Na ma good board na tumi gina. I say wo mo policies ahodo ho no na mo mafa no masan efra no to mafoforo. Na mo to de ama Ghana fo. Good board no ni impact e economy no so no ade de wo he.
Okay, first of all, Gold Board Akaya 2020 NDC manifesto ni yedishim 2020. In fact, we were of the view that you will win the 2020 elections at the time. Inti yenshishena yede beno yakade yebe your Gold Board. I remember I spoke about it in one of this, even this your station. But I think that I'll check. I spoke about it here during the discussion. I was then a ranking member of the Finance Committee of Parliament. And yeah, discussing Gold Board and what Gold Board would do. And you win elections. So 2024 elections, also as part of our manifesto, we elevated the Gold Board. And I remember I led the discussions around the Gold Board and what we will use the Gold Board to do. Simple put, Gold Board on your MPP for an initiative. Again, or you want an initiative, they were in office for 8 years. Why couldn't they do it? If it is for them, 8 years they were in office. In fact, what fear them 6 months to pay you. I didn't know 1 year. No, be a banana, so oh no, my dream be number one. You know what's happening before my sebe audition opoma. But the question is, so your idea, why didn't you implement it? What we've been able to do is very simple, very, very simple. The concept is simple. Over the years, we sat back and we noticed that, oh yeah, Ghana, yeah, allow smuggling too much. And the gold trade, the way gold trade in Okono, we ceded that sector to foreigners. I recall under our previous NDC administration, that is when the Gold Board idea started coming. Around 2015, 2016, the Vice President, may he so rest in peace, Pakwesi Misata, had traveled to India. And so in conference, and he gave a speech and said that, oh, Ghana exported so much gold, let's say hypothetically 10 tons of gold to India this year. Then people clapped. Then the counterpart, our India on the Soba platform, said, no, it's not 10, it is 50. So the difference was so wide. And so we felt that what is going on here? Something is happening at the blind side of the government of Ghana. So we started digging and finding out what was really happening. 2016 thereabout. Then when we got the facts and we noticed that smuggling look Ghana too much, it was too late and then we left office. Then we said we will set up a Gold Board to mimic the structure of the Ghana Cocoa Board. And that is why we had the name Gold Board, to mimic the structure of the Cocoa Board. So that just like Cocoa Board, Obintum Koto Cocoa, and Nankasa on shipping Gold Board will perform similar function in a similar way. So we decided to have a structure, Yawo Bibi today, aggregation system. Gold Board will be the one to license. You remember Cocoa Board, if you remember, Cocoa Board were license buying companies. Yeah. So they are the only ones that can buy cocoa and bring it to Cocoa Board for Cocoa Board to be able to ship it out. The same structure. So this time, Gold Board will license companies or aggregators. They'll go and buy the gold, give it to Gold Board, and Gold Board will be the ones to send it out, so that smuggling in will try as we speak. From January to June, Gold Board were to gold 55.1 tons of gold. In fact, last year the same time under the MPP, gold of them small scale now is about 26 tons. So it's almost 100% increase. Almost 100% increase. So all what we are doing is to use Gold Board as a vehicle to prevent smuggling, so that gold in the world to the country can benefit from it. Smuggling, no, yenya tax. Smuggling, foreign exchanging, omba. It's bibi ankodo ewo omanimu. That is all what we did. And today I've told you how come the concept was, came to being. After the Vice President had traveled, he came back and said, this is what is happening. Something interesting is happening. Ghana. And we started checking. You check Dubai, you check Switzerland, you find out that something is happening. Gold is leaving Ghana. Gold is leaving Ghana. I brought official sources into me. So we noticed that smuggling is huge. For the first time, yet to me, I mop up the gold, the right gold. As we speak, gold from small scale is more than gold from large scale. Yes, first 6 months we have recorded that gold from small scale is more than large scale. So over the years, gold that way fi Ghana on your gold kakraba. So them gold in anka ye stop here. Inka yen currency will do baby odi. Inka by now inka huchere do baby odi. So again, the union people for the baby kakro no ya madwin na me nka madwin na medwin ya ba mentuma ye. Ba dwin ya ntuma ya betuma ye. Oh, she went through my hatna ekungwedu 8 years. Adwina mentuma mfa anya hwe. Obi no wa ba smusume sia pa say oh ya me nka bepada me ye mentuma ye. Ebe eja odama semi worker.
Ya ne finance minister na di ko na viewers nso ebi no mo ehwe ye nti ebi no so e wo consensus bi o mo raise kakra nti o do ada roma se mitumi ebisa hu samu a obi se newly recruited teachers yi omo se wo mu hu na mane pa nti wo mo de no kosen wo tumi allocate funds de ama omo se de be ya omo betumi nya financial clearance no ma shase age akatua se de so mo je no ana afa no achi wo mo a railways for so say 10 months arrears bi eno so ewo ho eno so adaro matumi hu bibia na they can dem yes na bo na afa ahwe nurses and midwives for so no omo condition of services ne sa ne ma bi obisa bisa no eno so nsam atisen sa ne ma bi so betumi abon tew amaye kakra wadaro ma.
Okay, thank you very much. Railway workers asamana wada abotumenyim no crowd or corporate. I've met with the Minister for Railways. I've met with the Railway Ghana GRDA and the group. And at the meeting, we have a roadmap to resolve this issue. It keeps okay, no, they are resolving once and for all. And I'm sure in the coming days, the Minister for Railway will make some announcements how I resolve issues, and I don't want to use the Minister for Railway, the sector minister, so he will just to alert them that something is happening and that the minister will deal with it. The teacher and nursing training, I know the previous administration in the last quarter will issue financial clearance amount. So financial clearance will issue those that they issued, and I think they are being processed. So the Minister for Ghana Education Service and the Minister for Education will certainly deal with it. The condition of service for nurses and midwives, and so Minister for Health is dealing with it, and as soon as it's done, we will announce to the people of Ghana.
What them say? You so oko baby. Umre so. Now so my main for we energy sector no how hopa. When your ghost names be on me who be then I'm where they are for home. And the energy sector no sika enyu no ho no. Let me say, we don't want one tiase. And tia hono den amoy yetew say sika for instance auditor general report ya babo nti sika twiri die a energy sector ho nko ano o man ahwere na den na ye de afa ho. I
can assure you that I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to work with the Minister for Energy, and together we'll pay attention. The infractions are young from the sector is worth looking at it. And so as I said, I don't know. So coming here and even raising it is a matter of concern. I will assure you that we'll do something about it.
Documents are there enemy BB on where the far oil sector no special oil market oil international companies to oil Ghana ha no e do baby on corporate tax this year na who say me be the previous administration about $3 billion. Can say some of them are there. And some additional oil entitlement be in can say to me council no ding in says getting in so na IMF up $3 billion Ghana cedis what dollars nti e dey na mobile there for home
I be assured I know these issues well. I know about the additional oil entitlement issue. I know about corporate tax issues. Some of them we are at arbitration. We are discussing. We've made some headways. Okay. Even last week, myself and the Attorney General met together with authorities from officials from the ministry, the GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority. Yes, yeah, from Hadrian. Any companies in we are arriving at a settlement.
Okay.
Until that settlement, and you'll be communicating soon, as soon as the settlement is done. But we will do it in the best interest of the people of Ghana.
I'll be very grateful. And
thank you very much. So to conclude, I think that we inherited a very sorry state of economy. And we decided that instead of the lamentations, that the BBI lamented them. They are portion blame without doing anything about it and onboard Ghana. And see what we will do in there. We will work hard to fix it. President Mahama promised the people of Ghana that he will fix it. In fact, you can all see the Oncherry has been 6 months plus. In fact, today is 200 days exactly the day he took office. We believe that we're on the right path. We believe that whatever we are doing will be sustained. And see, me padama Ghana fota said, when a bit more kado na you see the appreciation will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. Someone is saying, oh, the way our treasury bill rate no will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. Birikado Nyaman prices no conform it will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. I want the Ghanaian traders and so waters who permit the waters in there. Abana enough government of Ghana, why enough we have worked so hard to reverse the decline. Embrace the wild so at tonades and also by Wafemidi. Saban oye bibi no ya dema ekade abandon nori yentima in zamanobo akosoro. Sisi abana ye nenede. Woso ya wodina Ghana yina komantoni yem. Cause abana abana ya me na wo. Nti abana ye na from the President Mahama Naban, we've done what we are supposed to do. And we are still working hard. Into surprises, you know, embrace do before. Please pass it on. Pass it on. Na Ghana yinu so na komantoni yem. Na together ni yen hold the young country. So the Ghana kropedi here na yawo. Ghana yawo ze oya musomede. Dem ame mo believe dem otu ma aboa ma yaye ni ye no. Wo so wodze no, wo so ye na foboa na here na Ghana onye ye ma here na ne entere ye manem. Oni pede me ka kire Ghana fo.
Honorable, we didn't a bit of kind of case, been kind of case, been kind of say.
With that say, but you're from Cassia Actor Force. But don't worry, you can call me Actor.
Actor Force, and I need a baby. But to know for Brofudia Casaka say, that's some quick honorable to pay. That's it.
Thank you.
It's say, Artus really forcing power, and Artus should continue forcing.
Many times.
I do about 2 years, or for someone to make it. You better was in the woman. In himself, new idea. Now, so Kakra will near Chi, in himself, Pemono. Yeah, Oversan baby, now you have to come with you. So
I'll keep coming.
Imagine a Jumu run my name with the piece of my production team and name.
Thank you.
And that's that amount. I got a full imagine on my name. I was it. In himself, soon be bronchi see Yano. And so bringing one tea, but the permanent best baby, and the Hanko Fajin and what that Roma. What you meant to Ghana for with him, said the Amakano, with your seer, a bear, I'm to me, Egina. And see Ghana for your name, or the young for at forcing. And now you need come more a far media budget now what they call it. And then Yamahu do be or I see to be share now you do home common or they home some money and you canso abrienti. You began come and I can be your 14 and some more can you know you be boo boo walk with chili pa and after yashi dear young so I drink chira, I be your phone de baba naya day. I can home na yet to me. I should see Jan come and I can number to make house and then I watch it and now Ambassador Sam Piali. I critically should do my day no dimako in the panel. And then I watch you be Jano Quine. Inti Yakoba Yebedi and home and come. Ti Munchain.